So I get this question and also this type of diagnostic all the time. So I'm just gonna make a quick video about it. That way a lot of you guys can do it at home. That way you can figure out what you may need or what might be the problem. And then you can call us and say, hey, this is the problem, what do you think we should do about it? Or if you're a do-it-yourselfer, you can figure out what's causing the problem and then you can fix it yourself. So I'm gonna show everybody how to do this. This is a quick, simple thing you can do at the house to figure out what's going on in your Jeep. So this customer came in, he's saying that it wanders. So with Wranglers, they have a live front axle. So I mean, a little bit of wandering is, and a little bit of wandering in the steering box, that's just gonna be there. It's part of it. But wandering into other lanes and, you know, especially hitting bumps, things like that, you're actually wandering a lot more. You're having to constantly keep it inside the lane. That's a little bit different ballgame. Usually it's something to do with your steering, or something to do with your alignment, or something to do with your suspension, those three things. So I'm gonna show you an easy way to try to diagnose this at the house. So I'm gonna grab my flashlight and I'm gonna grab an assistant. So let's Colt, let me borrow you for a minute. Hop in the driver's seat, steer the wheel, like this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a shakedown. So you can do this while the vehicle's on the ground, all the weight on it. So my helper is inside. What he's doing is he's steering the wheels left and right. So get closer to this. See how little he's moving the wheel? So he's steering the wheel left and right, left and right, left and right. Take your flashlight, look up under it, and I'm going to show you the things you want to look for. So, this is your drag link, this is your tie rod, and these are your ends, okay? So, right here, this is your steering box and your pitman arm. So that's where majority of your issues come from, is these tie rod ends. These are ball joint style, so they start to go bad, especially with big tires and a lot of weight. So what you're looking for is any sort of extra player movement. So what you can do is put your fingers on the pitman arm, put your fingers on the tie rod, and then feel if they're moving together. And the exact same thing on this. You're gonna put your fingers on the knuckle, and then put your finger on the tie rod and see if they're moving together, which they are. You can see just a little bit of play right there. You see how it's kind of popping up, down, down. But with this customer, you can see a lot of the issue, to get close to this, a lot of the issue is coming right here. You can see that jerking. And I'm gonna get closer to it so you can see it. See it jerking? So that's the reason why the steering feels loose. Okay, we're good. You can kill it. If you want to, go ahead and park it back in a parking spot. So anyways, the rain picked up a little bit, so we started getting wet. But that's a quick, easy way at the house for any of your do-it-yourselfer guys, or for anybody else who is having death wobble issues, steering issues, wandering issues, things like that. You can do that at the house with any vehicle that has a live axle. Of course, IFS is a little bit different. You have upper control arms, lower control arms. You have a lot more things to look at, but essentially the process is the exact same. So, guys, I appreciate it. If you have any questions, let us know. And if you do this at the house and you actually find something, give us a shout, call us, because we can recommend some things for you if you want to do it yourself. Or if you don't want to do it yourself and you want somebody else to take care of it, we will take care of it for you. We'll get you some recommendations. We can either go with stock steering, some aftermarket. Speaking of which, I'm going to show you one of our biggest things as far as aftermarket and what that customer is actually getting. Speaking of which, this is our new hire. Say hi. All right, so I'm actually going to show you guys what that customer is getting. So this is an aftermarket steering kit that we use a ton because it's just awesome and it works. So this is the BK Fab 1-ton steering kit for JK. And of course, they make it for TJ and they make it for Dodge Rams, Fords, all that fun stuff. Guy's name is Adam. He's out of Whitwell. He's a great guy. We use his products a ton. But as you can see, this steering kit is extremely heavy duty. I believe it's 1 1/4 wall tubing. It's got the drag link is pre-bent to a straight out, and then your tie rod has a slight curve to it, and then a slight curve to it. It uses prime joints. So we're talking about those tie rod ends. What happens is it's just like a ball joint. So this style is really good. It's really nice to daily drive, but when you add big tires, big lift, lots of force against these things, the ball on the end of this starts to actually wear out that bushing and then starts to pop out. So I'm going to show you what a worn out one looks like. And again, this is a ball joint, but it's the same style. It's the same type. So this is a lower control arm off of this 1975 van. So this is definitely perfect. So as you can see, this thing is absolutely trashed. So the boot's missing, so dirt, grime, anything and everything gets inside this space, and it starts, as it's moving around during daily driving, it starts wearing out that inside bushing extremely quick. So then it starts to get loose, it starts to roll, and now it's not holding itself. So then, as it's supposed to hold this knuckle, it's not actually holding the knuckle. The knuckle can actually move more than what it's supposed to. And that's why we use Heims. So that steering kit, the BK Fab steering kit, uses 3/4 inch Heims, which are extremely strong. Good luck breaking them. Of course, the steering kit itself is extremely strong. Good luck bending it. That's why we love this kit so much. It uses gigantic bolts. That way, no issues. We run them on all our vehicles, and I'm going to show you this steering kit on one of our vehicles. So this is Karen. Karen has the BK Fab 1-ton steering kit already installed and already powder coated. So you can see how big that joint actually is. Uses jam nuts for alignment. So pretty much you loosen the jam nut, you untwist it. That gets your alignment set on all ends. And these are absolutely massive bolts. So these Heims will last 10 years. They're self-lubricating. So you don't have to worry about it for a good long time. So guys, I appreciate it for the people who stuck with me through this long video. But I just want to give you guys something that you can do at the house. And it's a huge problem. Almost every single Jeep that comes in here has some sort of steering, suspension, death wobble, wandering, veering issue. So we shake them all down. That way we can give the customer and say, hey, look, I know you came in here for a water pump, but your steering's about to come apart. Of course, you can go with factory parts. You can probably just put a new tie rod end on that and be good to go. But with going off-road, big tires, big lift, lots of weight, lots of opposing forces, you want something a little bit heavier duty that can withstand that and it'll last a good long time and is still very easily daily driven. Yes. So guys, I appreciate it.